Unlocking the Power of Assumption, Neville Goddard's Timeless Wisdom. Have you ever wondered if there's a force so powerful that it can turn your deepest desires into reality? You might have come across terms like the laws of assumption or manifestation before, but still find yourself with questions. Today, we're going to dive into the heart of these ideas and explore how they can shape our lives. Neville Goddard, a name that often comes up in discussions about manifestation, once said, "If you would assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled more frequently, you would be master of your fate." This quote captures the essence of what he spent his life teaching, a belief in the incredible power of assumption and imagination. Now, you might be thinking, is the law of assumption a profound truth or just a fanciful idea? We're here to uncover that mystery together. We'll explore how this law challenges our conventional ideas about reality and invites us to tap into the boundless potentials of our mind. The big question is, does the law of assumption truly shape our reality, or is it just wishful thinking? Let's find out. To understand the law of assumption, we need to start with the man who brought this concept to the forefront, Neville Goddard. Born in Barbados in 1905, Goddard was more than just a mystic. He was a pioneer in the world of manifestation. His teachings, deeply rooted in mystical interpretations of biblical concepts, resonated with truth seekers around the globe. Neville's journey led him to explore the transformative power of assumption, and his insights continue to inspire people even today. Among the many principles Goddard taught, a few stand out as particularly relevant to our discussion today. Central to his teachings was the idea that imagination creates reality. He passionately believed that our imaginative power is what shapes our experiences. He often said, "Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled," emphasizing that by embracing this feeling, we align ourselves with the energy needed for manifestation. Neville also taught that we should live in the end result of our desires. By mentally residing in the state of having already achieved our goals, we change our consciousness and attract experiences that align with this new state of being. In essence, Neville encouraged us to become the scriptwriters of our own reality. By directing our inner dialogues and thoughts, we can influence the story of our lives and, in turn, our external reality. And here's the kicker. He even believed in the power of revising past events through imagination. By reimagining and altering our memories, we can change their impact on our present and future. Now that you gained a bit of insight into Neville Goddard and his teachings, we're ready to dive deeper into the law of assumption itself. What exactly is it? And how can it transform your life? Stick with me and let's explore the limitless power of your mind. At the heart of Neville Goddard's teachings lies the transformative power of the law of assumption. But what exactly is this law and how does it work? Let's break it down. The law of assumption is built on the idea that our assumption, beliefs, and feelings shape our reality. Neville Goddard urged us to go beyond mere wishful thinking and to fully embrace the assumption that our desires are not only possible, but are in fact already realized. It's like planting a seed in fertile soil. Your assumption is the rich earth that nurtures the seedling of your desire until it blooms into your lived experience. In simple terms, the law of assumption teaches you that you must assume the feeling or reality you desire, as if it's already yours. When you do this, somehow, in some way, this reality will find its way to you. Now, I know this may sound like a lot of wishful thinking, but there's a key difference. Walk with me as we explore what sets them apart. Wishful thinking often involves passive daydreaming and desiring without a clear intention or active involvement. It's like tossing a coin into a fountain and hoping for a miracle without really participating in making it happen. On the other hand, the law of assumption is an intentional, conscious act. It's about assuming a state of being and embodying that emotion that goes along with the desired outcome. It's not passive, it's an active engagement with the creative forces of the universe. Think of it this way. Wishful thinking might leave you longing for change, but the law of assumption empowers you to become the architect of your own reality. It's not about sitting around and waiting for your ship to come in. It's about setting sail and steering the ship yourself. As we continue exploring this concept, you'll see how the law of assumption goes beyond mere wishful thinking. It offers a tangible path to manifesting the reality you desire. It's not just about hoping for something to happen. It's about living as if it's already happening, and in doing so, paving the way for it to become your reality. But knowing what the law of assumption is is only the first step. The real magic happens when you start applying it to your everyday life. That's exactly what we'll dive into next. How to take these principles and turn them into practices that can transform your life. Understanding the law of assumption is one thing, but knowing how to put it into practice in your daily life is where the rubber meets the road. So how do you take these concepts and turn them into actionable steps that can start transforming your life today? Let's walk through some practical ways to apply the law of assumption. Number 1, clarifying your desires. The first step is getting crystal clear on what you truly want. Whether it's a career goal, a meaningful relationship, or personal growth, specificity is key. The more detailed you are about your desires, the more powerful your assumptions will be. A great way to solidify your goals is by writing them down. Use a journal, a to-do list, a mind map, or even a vision board. There's something almost magical about putting pen to paper. It helps to anchor your intentions and give you a concrete reference point to return to. Number 2, craft affirmations. Once you know what you want, the next step is to create affirmations that align with those desires. But here's the twist. Make sure you're in the present tense, as if your desires are already fulfilled. Instead of saying, I will be successful, say, I am successful and fulfilled in my career. This subtle shift in language can make a huge difference in how your mind and emotions respond. Number 3, visual techniques. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools in your manifestation toolbox. Set aside time regularly to close your eyes and vividly imagine scenes where your desires have already been manifested. But here's the challenge. Don't just visualize from an outsider's perspective. Goddard emphasized the importance of experiencing your visualization from a first-person viewpoint. See the world through your own eyes. Immerse yourself in the details, and most importantly, feel the emotions of living in that reality. Whether it's financial abundance, a loving relationship, or career success, visualize the end scene with as much sensory richness as possible. Engage your senses, feel the textures, hear the sounds, and let those emotions flood your being. Number 4, first-person perspective. When you're visualizing, make sure to adopt a first-person perspective. This means seeing the world through your own eyes and the scenes you imagine, rather than watching itself as if you're in a movie. This personalizes the experience and makes it much more immersive and powerful. Number 5, feeling is the secret. Here's the heart of all of it. Focus on the emotional components of your assumptions. The more genuine and intense your emotions, the more effective your assumptions will be. Goddard often said that feeling is the vibrational language that communicates with the universe. It's not enough to just think about your desire. You have to feel as if it's already fulfilled. This might seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. For example, if you desire financial abundance, don't just think about money. Feel the joy and security that financial freedom brings. If you're seeking love, immerse yourself in the warmth and fulfillment of being loved. Your feelings are like a magnet, drawing your assumptions into your reality. Number 6, create a mental script. Develop a mental script that narrates your life exactly as you want it to be. Picture each scene with clarity and detail, and script the dialogue and events as if they are happening right now. Imagine how each moment would unfold and how you would feel in that situation. This mental script becomes your blueprint for reality. Number 7, live from the end. This is where things start to get really interesting. Embrace the concept of living from the end. Act as if your desires have already been fulfilled. Make choices and decisions based on the assumption that your desired reality is your current reality. When you start living as though your goals are already accomplished, you align your actions and mindset with that reality, making it more likely to manifest. Number 8, consistency and repetition. Consistency is key. Repeat your affirmations and engage in your visualizations regularly. Consistent reinforcement strengthens the neural pathways associated with your assumptions. This isn't about a fleeting thought or a momentary belief. It's about a sustained, unwavering commitment to the assumption that your desires are on their way to becoming reality. Goddard emphasized that persistence is not about desperate or anxious waiting. It's about confidently and consistently assuming that the feelings of the wish be fulfilled, even when external circumstances suggest otherwise. Number 9, positive self-talk. Pay attention to that little voice in your head. It can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Sometimes that internal dialogue can get in the way, telling you that you can't do certain things or that you're not good enough. It's crucial to replace negative or doubtful thoughts with positive affirmations that support your conscious assumptions. Positive self-talk reinforces your desired beliefs and keeps you on track. Number 10, detachment from the means. This might be one of the trickiest parts, but it's also one of the most important. Let go of your attachment to the specific ways or means through which your desires will manifest. Trust the universe to bring about the fulfillment of your assumptions in ways that may surpass your current understanding. Goddard stressed that detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means having a deep trust in the intelligence of the universe. It allows your desires to unfold in ways that might exceed your initial expectations. Number 11, reflect and revise. Regularly take time to reflect on your assumptions. If you notice any conflicting thoughts or beliefs, revise them to align with your desired reality. Revision is a powerful tool for shaping your assumptions. Goddard introduced the concept of revising assumptions as a crucial step in a law of assumption. By revising how you perceive past events or experiences, you reshape their impact on your present and future. Remember, the goal is to create the best possible life for yourself. Number 12, express gratitude. Finally, cultivate a sense of gratitude for the assumed manifestation, as if they've already occurred. Gratitude aligns your energy with a positive frequency and reinforces the power of your assumptions. Think of this whole process as scripting the story of your life. Rather than letting the plot unfold haphazardly, you become the author, consciously directing the narrative. Consciousness is the key player in the law of assumption, and the more aware and intentional your assumptions are, the more profound their impact on your reality. Embarking on a journey of applying the law of assumption is exciting, but it's natural to hit a few bumps along the way. Doubts and challenges are part of the process, and learning how to navigate them is key to making this practice work for you. Let's talk about how to handle these obstacles so you can stay on course. Number 1, acknowledge common doubts. First off, it's completely normal to have doubts, especially when you're dealing with something as transformative as the law of assumption. You might find yourself questioning whether your assumptions really have any power. You might wonder if manifestation is practical, or if your emotions actually play a role in shaping your reality. These thoughts are all part of the human experience, and acknowledging them is the first step. Number 2, active engagement with the universe. One way to move past these doubts is to see the law of assumption as more than just a mental exercise. It's an active engagement with the universe. By assuming the reality you deserve, you're sending out powerful signals that influence the unfolding of events around you. Think of it like planting a flag in the ground, declaring to the universe that you're not only aware of what's possible, but you're also ready for it to happen. Number 3, remember it's a universal principle. Another thing to keep in mind is that the law of assumption isn't just some niche idea. It's a universal principle. Across different cultures and walks of life, people have experienced transformative changes by consciously assuming the reality they wish to experience. So you're not alone in this journey. You're tapping into something much larger than yourself. Number 4, leverage the power of emotional alignment. Your emotions are more than just reactions. They're powerful forces that shape your reality. The law of assumption acknowledges that by aligning your emotions with the reality you're assuming, you create a vibrational match that attracts your desires. It's not just about thinking your way to a new reality, it's about feeling your way there too. When you align your emotions with your assumptions, you're essentially turning into the frequency of your desired reality. Number 5, embrace consistency and patience. Let's be honest, manifestation isn't always an overnight process. The law of assumption is more of a journey than a quick fix. Consistency is crucial here. Persistent assumption is like a steady beacon, guiding you through the ups and downs. And along with consistency, patience is your best friend. Manifestation does not always happen according to our timeline. That's okay. The universe operates on its own divine timing, and trusting that process is a big part of making the law of assumptions work. Number 6, set realistic expectations. It's important to set realistic expectations as you go along, understanding that this is a journey, not a sprint. The law of assumptions isn't about instant gratification. It's about cultivating trust and an unwavering belief in the reality you're creating. When you set realistic expectations, you give yourself the space to grow and adapt without getting discouraged. Number 7, overcome skepticism with practice. Skepticism might still creep in from time to time, and that's perfectly fine. The best way to overcome it is through practice. The more you engage with the law of assumption, the more you'll start to see its effect in your life. Each small success reinforces your belief, helping to quiet those lingering doubts. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Number 8, trust the process. Finally, it all comes down to trust. Trust in the process. Trust in the universe. Trust in yourself. When doubts arise, remind yourself that you're on a journey of self-discovery and creation. The law of assumption is about more than just getting what you want. It's about becoming the person who already has it. And that transformation takes time, effort, and a whole lot of trust. So, when the going gets tough, remember why you started this journey in the first place. Keep your eyes on the prize and know that every step you take brings you closer to the reality you're thinking. You got this.